What's up, my future millionaires? Welcome back to the Millionaire Real Estate YouTube channel. And we got another California study guide video for you today. We're going to pick up where we left off at last time, and let's get right into it. So, John dives and leaves the township 10 acres to use as it wishes, but not on Sunday. If the land is used for any purpose on Sunday, ownership will pass to his son, Bill, which describes the interests of the township and Bill respectively. Township, a fee simple absolute estate; Bill, a life estate. Township, an estate for years; Bill, a periodic tenancy. Township, a fee simple conditional estate; Bill, a remainder interest. Township, a fee simple defeasible estate; Bill, a revisionary interest. I think it might be C. Let's check it. It's D. Damn. All right. Anyway, these type of questions you definitely need to figure out for your real estate exam. Back when I was studying hard, I had it down to a T, each fee simple state, as well as which way the property will go to when someone dies, and these type of questions, because these type of questions come up a lot on your exam. So make sure you read them carefully. All right, question rationale. A fee simple defeasible estate is automatically terminated and immediately reverts to the grantor or to their heirs. Upon the occurrence of the triggering event or condition, the beneficiary of the reversion is said to have a revisionary interest. A fee simple absolute freehold estate will have no conditions as to use. A fee simple conditional estate, upon the occurrence of the limiting condition, may or may not be terminated at the option of the grantor. Estates for years and periodic tenancies describe leasehold estates. A life estate implies exclusive use, which Bill did not have. So with these type of questions, you want to make sure you just repetition, repetition, repetition. That's how I understood it. I know it sounds like a lot, but the more you read it, the more you will understand it. You got to read it, say it out loud, and write it down. Question number 12. Mr. Green gives a life estate to Sandra. Upon Sandra's death, the estate is to go to Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue's interest is known as revisionary, contract for deed, remainder, leasehold. It's either revisionary or remainder. Let's go with revisionary. It was remainder. Okay, remainder means going forward to someone else. Revisionary means going back to the original grantor. Leasehold is temporary right to possession without a title of ownership. Contract for deed is another name for a land contract. All right, number 3, aka 13. A, a receives a life estate for the life of X. A dies before X. The estate vests in X for his life, ceases to exist, vests in the heirs of A, reverts to the original grantor. I think it's C. Yep. The estate vested in the heirs of A until X dies, at which time the estate will revert to the original grantor. Number 4. A section of land legally described as the north one half of the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter of a section of land contains, I think it's 40 acres, 20 acres. I didn't get no question like this shit on my test, so don't worry about that. But sometimes you do have to remember these things, like a township. You need to remember how many squares are in a township. I remember that one for sure. All right, question rationale. The section contains 640 acres. Divide 640 by 2, divide that by 4, and divide that by 4 to obtain the total area of land. See, like shit like this shouldn't even be on the test. I know they said there's no more math on the California exam, and I didn't have to deal with any math as well. All right, 5 more questions after this one. Let's go. Fee simple title to a designated unit of airspace plus a percentage ownership of common elements in the property is called commingled condominium plan unit development cooperative. Let's try cooperative. Oh, a condominium. All right, question rationale. A condominium is the co-ownership of real property with common dominion of common elements. A cooperative is not an ownership of real estate at all, but rather is an ownership in stock and a lease of property. Question number 6. The local city council decides to reduce the assessment rate for a major corporation relocating to the area and building a manufacturing plant. Such a reduction is termed abatement Amortization, that has to do with loans. Ad valorem, that has to do with some type of taxes. Assignment. Um, hmm. It's either assignment or abatement. We'll go with abatement. Yep. Because assigning is assigning something to someone, like your rights in a contract. Sorry about this, Steve. It's allergy season out here, y'all. All right. Ad valorem means according to valuation, which is to do with the taxes. Abatement usually refers to a decrease in the assessed value of an ad valorem tax or in the assessment rate used to compute the ad valorem tax. Amortization refers to payment of debt in regular periodic installments of principal and interest. Assignments refers to transfer of any property, real or personal, or any right thereon to another, such as a loan assignment without release of liability. Question number 7. The highest and best form of ownership in real property is called highest and best use, fee simple defeasible, a life estate, fee simple absolute, fee simple absolute. This is a money ball question, and this showed up on the test. This is like one of those recurring ones that always come up. A fee simple absolute is the highest and best form of ownership in real property. So question rationale. Fee simple absolute is the highest and best way to own property. It includes the entire bundle of rights. Question number 8. Real property rights are defined in terms of a bundle of rights that includes which of the following? The right to sell at a cheap price, the right to grow flowers, all of the answers, the right to build a house, all of the above. Question rationale. The bundle of rights is one of the first things you learn in the book. The figurative bundle of rights allows a fee simple owner of real property to use, enjoy, and dispose of their property as they wish, so long as their use and enjoyment of the property is legal and does not adversely affect or interfere with the rights of others. All right, question number 9. According to the laws of homestead, a homestead would be invalidated by moving to another state, the homestead property being destroyed by fire, moving out of the homestead property. Number 2, it won't. That will still be there. Another property, moving out the homestead property, recording a homestead on another property. I think it's the D. I think it's D. Yeah. So a person can only have one homestead at a time. There are 3 ways to remove a homestead. 1. Sell the property. 2. Record a homestead on another property. 3. File a form called abandonment of homestead. Homestead properties are something you guys should really look into. They're a great opportunity. That's all I'm going to say on that. The area owned together by all owners of a condominium project and available for all owners' use is termed cooperative element, common area, limited common element, community property, common area. So with these questions, they're not asking you nothing like insane. They're not asking you no type of rocket science. Sorry about the car, car coon over there. Yeah, they're not asking you nothing too serious. Like, you can use context clues. Right here it says available for all owners to use. That's the common area. So the question rationale. A limited common element is property owned by all the unit owners of a condominium, but may be used by only one of the owners, i.e. a designated parking space. Community property is accumulated by husband and wife by the efforts of either during their marriage and is subject to division at time of divorce or dissolution. All right, you guys, thank you for studying with us. I know usually I do a bonus question, but today we've hit all 20 questions. We're continuing over from last week's video. And you know what? You guys go ahead, like, subscribe, and go watch that last video. Watch this video again. All right, my future millionaires, you guys make sure you take your time to study and pass your tests. Comment for me in the comment section below when you guys pass. All right, have a good one and be blessed.